From the GSC studios, this is Jeopardy! Introducing today's contestants, a student from Columbia, Kentucky, Andy Willis, a student from Oregon, Bowling, and our returning champion, a game show host from Lafayette, Tennessee, Brian Henegar, whose 2 days cash winnings total $65,200. And now, here's your host of Jeopardy, Patrick Murphy. It is yours only. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Jeopardy. Our Jeopardy champion, Brian, is on a roll. 2 games, $65,200. He's trying to make it a hat trick, 3 in a row. Bowling and Andy are trying to stop him. Good luck, gentlemen. Let's go ahead and fire up the big board. And our 6 categories are as follows. The new Chaser on GSE Studios is, notice the quotation marks, our current champ.
Congratulations.
Hang on just a second. Hang on. Something's not right. Because I have to go to our host sheet over here.
Message.
Oh. You guys want to know what happened?
What?
So
What happened?
over the weekend, and I am going to go ahead and clear this up since I am the executive producer. Over the weekend, we had a game of the chase with our current champ, Brian Henegar, as the chaser.
Oh, yeah.
And it gives me great pleasure to officially confirm him as our second chaser here on GSC, the Tennessee Hustler.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
So what we're going to do to make things easier, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have the right categories up top, and Jeopardy is going to return right after this. Don't you go anywhere. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Jeopardy. Now that we have the categories, the right categories in the way, here are those 6 categories. They are Goodness and Mercy, Shall Follow Me, All the Days of My Life, Football, Ireland, finally, Make Your Poison. One daily double up there, Brian. Best of luck. Gentlemen, where are we going?
Well, let's try football for 600, please.
Football for 6. Special helmets were made to fit the large head of this Buffalo halfback star.
Nope.
Brian.
Who is O.J. Simpson?
That's the one.
Oh.
Don't make any jokes, Brian. Don't make any jokes. Anyway, football 800, please.
What PAT stands for? Brian.
What is the point after touchdown?
That's it.
Oh.
Okay, football for 1,000.
Position the Gipper played.
What?
Halfback is the correct response. Brian, back to you.
Okay, all the days of my life for 600, please.
He worked to develop a flu vaccine before coming up with one for polio, declared safe on April 12th, 1955. Brian.
Who is Jonas Salk?
Correct.
I knew that had something.
All the Days of My Life for 800, please.
His P-51 Mustang took out 5 German planes in a single dogfight in World War II. Being first to break the sound barrier came later. Brian again.
Who is Chuck Yeager?
That's it.
Okay. All the Days of My Life for 1,000.
Born into slavery, she wrote under the name Lola. Iola became a newspaper owner and campaigned against lynching. Bowling.
Who is Ida B. Wells?
That's it for 1,000.
Oh, that's true. All the Days of My Life 400.
Jawaharlal Nehru's only child, she worked in government before becoming India's first female prime minister. Brian.
Who is Indira Gandhi?
That's it.
All the Days of My Life for 200.
He racked up a number of wedding days. June 11th, 1509, January 25th, 1533, May 30th, 1536, January 6th, 1540, July 28th, 1540, and July 12th, 1543. Bowling.
Who is Henry VIII?
That's it. His 6 wives.
Yep. Goodness and Mercy 400.
Benevolence, or an organization that has 3,000 stores where you can get a tax-deductible receipt when you donate there. Brian.
What is Goodwill?
That's it.
All right. Let's try Ireland for 600, please.
Style of poetry named for Irish city and popularized by Edward Lear. Brian.
What are limericks?
That's it.
All right. Ireland for 800.
Song, also known as Londonderry Air. Brian.
What is Danny Boy?
That's it.
Ireland for 1,000.
What Erin Go Bra means. Brian.
What is Ireland forever?
Or Long Lived Ireland.
Okay. Make Your Poison 600, please.
Standard warning about it is leaves of 3, let it be. Brian.
What is Poison Ivy?
That's it.
Make Your Poison for 800.
Malicious mail. Brian.
What is a poison pin letter?
Yes.
Oh.
Make Your Poison 1,000.
Cleopatra's venomous nemesis. Brian.
What is the ass?
Yes, and with that, that takes you up to 8,400, bowling 1,200. Andy yet to score. We're going to take a quick commercial break for our players to capture their breaths, and we're going to interview our lovely contestants right after this. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to interview our contestants. Andy Willis, a student from Columbia, Kentucky. You are wanting to own your own IT shop, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Back when I was freshman, I was right around 15 years old, and I loved to do coding a lot. And one of the classes has IT computer literacy, and I took the class, and I done very well for the last 3-4 years.
And it's a major that
so far,
and
and
it's a major that you want to eventually get into.
Yeah, it's not only that business I'm doing. As soon as I get done with college and everything, I'm thinking about doing like an IT program for about 16, 18 months. Just, like a little bit of a rewind back. Just, get back to my Roma roots.
Excellent. At the moment, you don't have anything on the board, but I'm certain we'll be able to remedy that. Good luck. Bowling, a student from Oregon. You have, I would say, one of the most interesting facts we've learned about any player. You
That's right.
cannot swim.
That's some interesting stuff. No, I tried it. I tried 2 times where I think my elementary school teacher tried to make me learn, but I washed out both times. I mean, I eventually was convinced to try, but the first time I quickly washed out. The second, I did actually get somewhere.
Is it something that you might take up later on in life?
Yeah, actually, I am certainly open to it. I just need to get the opportunity.
I promise you will master it. It does take some time. We appreciate you here. You are at 1200. Brian, our 2-day champ, game show host from Lafayette, Tennessee. I want to know your inspiration for your Twitch Millionaire series. I know that you were on Millionaire. Did that serve as an inspiration, or is there something bigger to it?
A little bit. I used to be part of an online game show group called, I don't know if anyone's familiar with them, they're called the Press Your Luck Palace, or PYLP. And I hosted Millionaire on there a bit. And it was okay for a couple of years. Ultimately, it kind of petered out. And so I said, you know what? Everyone's doing these Twitch game shows. Adam Needip was doing on his channel. So I said, well, you know what? I'll give it a shot myself. Using my old beat-up computer that I had for a while, I hosted the first couple of years. After I was on Jeopardy, it bought me a new laptop. I've been doing it ever since. And I'm not going to say it isn't a challenge, because it is, but it is so much fun. And I've gotten to work with an amazing partner named Travis Eberly, and it's just been a great ride so far.
Have you had any game show champions on your version of Millionaire, out of curiosity?
We've had we've had a couple. We had Joe Trela with another friend of ours, Braden Dees.
Yep,
On the version that I do, we've had we've had Matt Kimberlin, Amanda Walker. And just recently, we had my buddies Matt Ottinger, and this season alone, we had, let's see, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I'm a little nervous here.
It's okay.
We had Ryan Vickers, TV's Ryan Vickers over the weekend. So that was a lot of fun.
Brilliant. Well, Brian, glad to have you here. You have control of the board, $8,400. Where are we going, my friend?
Shall follow me, 600, please.
We got a mighty one of these 6-letter groups, consisting of a bunch of semi-trailers following in tow. Brian.
What is a convoy?
Yes.
All right. Shall follow me, 800.
In 1992, a stolen car followed by the CHP, this organization, became LA's first live TV police chase as KCOP broke into a Matlock rerun. Brian.
What is the California Highway Patrol?
Yes, sir.
Shall follow me for 1,000.
Answer there's the Daily Double. And you have 9,800 and a commanding lead. How much do you want to gamble?
2,200,
All right,
please.
to make it an even 12,000. Proposed by Truman, it theorized that the fall of a non-communist state to communism could spread to neighboring states.
What is the domino theory?
You have 2,200 more, total of 12,000.
Thank you.
And your selection.
Okay, goodness and mercy for 200.
What you do when you give up trying to collect a debt. It's paired with and forget. Bowling.
What is forgive?
Yes.
Goodness and mercy, 600.
Ooh, good. There we are. To phrase a coin, we're giving this word that means to decide not to put an enemy to death. Bowling.
What is mercy?
No.
Oh.
What is 2/4? Bowling, back to you.
What? Okay. Shall follow me, 400.
In 2021, the Journal of Fluid Mechanics reported on how these youngsters save their energy by swimming in a line behind their mother. What are ducklings?
God! I knew it.
Less than a minute to go, gentlemen. Bowling?
Football 400.
Ball for 4. Nickname for field from early rules requiring waffle-like markings. Brian?
What is the gridiron?
Yes.
Oh.
Football for 200, please.
Chicago's NFL team. Brian?
Who are the Bears?
The Bears.
Boo. Ireland 400, please.
The gift of gab can be had by kissing this. Brian?
What is the Blarney
The
Stone?
Blarney Stone.
Make your poison 400.
The skeletal symbol for poison and pirates. Brian?
What is the skull and crossbones of the
Correct.
Jolly Roger? Make your poison 200, please.
In the Cary Grant Classic, it goes with Old Lace. Brian?
What is arsenic?
That is correct.
Ireland
All right,
200.
well, that sound means it is the end of the Jeopardy round. We won't be able to get to the other 4 clues. At the moment, Brian 13,600, Bowling 800, Andy yet to score. But Andy, you're going to start off double Jeopardy when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Jeopardy. We're about to hit in the double Jeopardy round. Andy is going to have control with these 6 categories. U.S. cities, religion, English literature, Republicans, daytime, notice the day in quotation marks, finally, odds and ends, both in quotation marks. And Andy, you have control of the board. Where are we going, my friend?
Republicans 2000.
Republicans for 2.
Whoa.
In 64, the South Carolina senator switched from Democrat to Republican. Andy.
Um,
Too,
I know the name.
Too late.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of your tongue. Brian.
Who is Strom Thurmond?
That's the one.
All right. Republican 1600.
Edward Brooke, first black in the Senate since Reconstruction, represented this state. Andy.
What is Massachusetts?
Correct.
Peace.
All right. Republicans 12.
In 1974, became second vice president to be appointed, not elected. Brian.
Who is Rockefeller?
.307. Andy was just .027 seconds behind you.
Oh.
There you go.
Right. Okay. Let's try religion 1200, please.
For 12. Oh, give me just 1 second, guys, because I've noticed the daily doubles are not in this one.
Oh no.
So I get to place them.
That's kind of the problem.
Yeah, that does become a problem. That one and that one. All right. And you wanted religion for 12.
Religion for 1200.
All right. Casting stones at the 3 pillars of Mina is a rite of the pilgrimage to this city. Brian.
What is Mecca?
Yes.
Religion for 1600.
He wears the fisherman's ring. Brian.
Who is the Pope?
Yes.
Religion for 2000.
Egyptians mourn this sun god's death each night. Bowling.
Who is Ra?
Yes, for 2000.
Religion 800.
Religion for 8. The Jewish Sabbath begins at sunset on this day. Brian.
What is Saturday?
No.
Oh! Why?
What is Friday?
Oh.
Bowling, back to you.
English literature 8.
The Romantic period ended in 1832 with the death of this author of Ivanhoe. Brian.
Who is Scott?
Yes.
English literature for 1200, please.
Elizabethan poets used the sonnet, a form from this Mediterranean country. Brian.
What is Portugal?
No. Italy. Brian, back to you.
All right. Literature for 1600, please.
Playwright John Osborne's Hostile Glance Behind. Brian.
What is A Look Back in Anger?
Yes, just in time.
Okay. English literature for 2000.
Answer, there's one of the two daily doubles.
Oh!
20,000, Brian. How much are we going for?
5,000.
Make it 25 even. Here's the clue. Satire in which Swift attacked the hypocrisy he saw in kings, teachers, and courtiers.
What is Gulliver's Travels?
$25,000.
Whoa.
Good job.
Yowza.
Where are we going?
Okay. U.S. cities, 1200.
Iowa City with 3 U's in its name. Brian.
What is Dubuque?
That's it. That's it.
U.S. cities, 1600, please.
Not surprisingly, this Connecticut city is at the mouth of the Thames River. Brian again.
What is London?
More specific?
What is London, Connecticut?
No. Andy.
And I know it. Is it New London?
Form of a question.
What is New London?
That's it. That's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Well, he gave it as a question. Is it New London? That's a question.
It is in New London, yeah. And Andy, you're out of the hole. Where are we going?
Let's go U.S. City 2000.
Bottom of the category. Indiana City, which means high ground in French. Brian.
What is Terre Haute?
That's it.
Odds and ends, 1200, please.
A popular vote held to decide a single issue. Brian.
What's a referendum?
That's it.
Okay. Odds and ends for 1600, please.
Absolutely soaked with water. Bowling.
What is drenched?
No.
Drenched? I can't speak.
Sodden. Brian, back to you.
Odds and ends, 2000.
Hay or straw given to livestock. Brian.
What is fodder?
That's it for 2.
Daytime for 1200.
MC Jack Bealey turned sobbing women into this. Brian.
What is Queen for a Day?
For 1200.
Okay. Daytime, 1600.
And so
please.
there's the second daily double.
Oh.
31,000.
9,000.
To make it an even 40. Good luck. Here's the clue. Truffaut's movie about making a movie.
What is I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Day for night.
Day for night. Oh yeah, day for night shot. Yeah.
All right, well, down to 22,000. You still have control of the board.
Yeah, okay. Daytime 2000, please.
John Reed's story of the Russian Revolution. Bowling.
What is Mayday?
No. Brian.
What is the longest day?
No. What are 10 days that shook the world? Brian, back to you.
One never guessed. One never got.
U.S. cities for 800.
It's at the other end of the Bay Bridge from San Francisco. Brian.
What's Oakland?
Yes. It's right.
Oh.
It's right there.
Republicans for 800, please.
First elected GOP senator in Tennessee history, now Senate Majority Leader. Howard Baker. Brian, back to you.
Republicans 400.
Finishing out that category. 70s president once offered contracts by Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Brian.
Who is Gerald Ford?
Yes.
Daytime 800.
June 6, 1944. Brian.
What is D-Day?
Yes.
Daytime 400.
Finishing out that category. Follows Zippity Doodah, Zippity Day.
Oh.
Brian.
What is My Oh My, What a Wonderful Day?
Yes, it is.
U.S. Cities 400.
Finishing out that category. The home of TV's Ewings. Brian.
What is Dallas?
Yes.
Religion 400.
Completes Trinity with Father and Son. Brian again.
What is the Holy Ghost?
Yes, it is.
English literature for 400.
Occupation of James Bond. Brian.
What is a secret agent?
Yes, or a spy. Either one can be accepted. 2 clues left.
Odds and ends for 400.
A section at the end of a book or a vestigial body part.
Oh my god, no.
It's an appendix. To clear out the category. To make these means to correct a past wrong. Bowling.
What are amends?
Yes! And just out of the hole.
Oh.
But unfortunately,
But I have nothing.
you have no money, so unfortunately you cannot partake in Final Jeopardy. But for third place, we're going to give you $1,000.
Oh well, I tried.
It's down between Andy and Brian. Final Jeopardy, gentlemen.
Perfect.
The category is this: the Bible. Make your wagers. We're going to be right back for Final Jeopardy and the conclusion of this game. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with Final Jeopardy. And before I reveal the Final Jeopardy clue, it was brought to my attention that the board that was built for this game, a couple of the categories appeared in Brian's actual run. So to make it fair and absolutely even, Bowling and Andy are going to come back on the next episode and play against him with a fresh board, even battlefield. 23,600, 1,200 for Andy. Bible is the category. And gentlemen, here is the clue. The first conversation recounted in the Bible is in Genesis 3 between these two. It leads to trouble. 30 seconds, players. Good luck. All right, guys. Come to you, Andy, with $1,200. Your response. Who are Adam and Eve? Eve is one of them. Adam is not, so it's incorrect. Wagered it all.
Oh.
We come to Brian. 23,600. His response.
There's a shot in the dark.
Was also Adam and Eve. Eve was one of them. The other one was the serpent or Satan.
Oh.
Yes.
I remember reading that. Like, is it that or is it Adam?
Yeah.
I was between one of the
That
two.
sounds
So
vague.
Brian wagers 1,400. He walks away with 22,200 and a 3-day total of $87,400.
Good lord.
Good game, y'all.
Brian,
Yeah.
here's the good news. Again, all three of these gentlemen are going to be back on the next episode of Jeopardy, and I hope that you will be too. I am Patrick Murphy saying good night, and please, we'll see you next time for another exciting episode of Jeopardy.
Ah. Love this.